So you don't know. Yeah, I know.
Why? Because I say, here, here's some Kool-Aid, everybody drinks the Kool-Aid. Then when the living water come around, all y'all motherfuckers got such a taste for sugar. You want to hear something sweet. Water is not sweet, but it's going to keep your ass alive. Kool-Aid is just some sweet shit. And if you let Jim Jones pour it for you, your ass going to be dead as a doornail. And a lot of these motherfuckers is Jim Jones is giving these niggas Kool-Aid because it's sweet. And they walk away, hey, I got this Kool-Aid with a Kool-Aid smile. Hey, they stick God's nerves. No. There's no life in that. No. My old ass son man told me I'm a 5%. And I say that proudly. I'm a 5%. Don't get me confused with your God bodies and your MGEs and all that other stuff. 5%. All righteous teachers who not believe in teachers are 10%. But they all watch no one true on the God is.
Separate themselves. Is that we are?
Jesus, freedom, justice, and equality.
Yeah, you separate yourself, and I'm like, bro, let's go do all the same thing.
Allah is right, exactly. He knew what he was doing.
They were saying, I was rolling the same thing. Like, I'm saying, oh, bro.
And he was talking the truth.
God of all the same thing.
So, where's the gods of the universe at? See, that goes back to that job description. Allah had to take boys and make them men. So he said, here's the job, son. It's God of the universe. Here's the qualifications. Can you live up to this? And most of them said yes. Many of them didn't live up to it. Some of them did. But at the end of the day, here we are, 60 years later. What happened? Then what happened? I'll do the Pepsi challenge with my mathematics any day of the week.
What the hell does that mean? Pepsi challenge?
Meaning like you went for the Kool-Aid of adding refinement. So now he said he'll do that any day. So when I asked that question, I never got an answer.
Listen, I think this though, right? He's complaining about the ore. When we have the ore in the culture of freedom, right? The power refinement, right? There's the technicality of that though, if you go with the language though, the ore could also, we know that the power and we know that culture is the dominant word, right? It's always been an emphasis, right? So I had my qualms, right? And I, for a moment though, for a while, I was giving out mathematics and I had the power and I had refinement and I had culture and freedom and I had freedom and refinement in parentheses. But even then, that grammar is still hard to teach too. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thought that when his power refinement was that you choose one or the other. Nobody thought that. Nobody taught that. You know what I'm saying? Culture of freedom, he's making it like we don't know the choice or this and that, and they just give the Kool-Aid and stuff. I don't know where he's getting all this stuff. Where he gets this with the culture of freedom is because in Medina they teach that freedom once you hit 40, right? Mm-hmm. But where's the build on that? No, I don't disagree with it.
No, now see how I see it, right? So once your understanding is born, that's when you are able to be free. That's how I see it. Like, you know, get to 39, like once your understanding is complete, once you are able to see, now you're able to be free of.
Now the way you said it is it's not really explained that way, even though it makes perfect sense, right? Yeah. But mostly everybody that I've heard it from, including him, they don't know it that way. They know it as a rule. He knows rules, and people keep telling me rules, and I tell them, I don't teach rules. And are you Yaqub? You have rules and regulations. That's all I keep hearing. Rules and regulations, hadith. Rules and regulations.
Okay, hold on. No, let me build on it. No. Reason why, no, because see, again, the nuance of language. I know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
However, like, for the audience's sake, I want to build on that because rules, like, just like how I see, equality is a measurement exchange between two or more people. I see rule as a measurement. So you're measuring your life with supreme mathematics. So I see, the teaching of the rule is just that you think that there's only one rule. There's only one way to do things.
So I teach it as a supplemental word that gives insight to culture. A supplemental word that gives insight to power. You understand? So, and honestly, even in the duality, destroy is still a supplemental word to build. You know what I mean? It's still a supplemental word because you're still giving it insight to the other word, right? Because it's always the build day, it's always the power day, it's always the culture day, right? They're supplemental words. I don't think that we're so far gone and so exceptional in teaching the world that we have taught everybody in the world, and that we are so dynamic and done everything throughout this whole world that we get to say we don't need refinement, we don't need things to build on, we don't need supplemental words, we don't need details to help teach more. Nah, I find that to be total arrogance though. And a lot of times, the keep it simple, stupid, we teach it for the baby, simple. It's again, more people that have not taught the amount that I've taught and are basically teaching of a thing like, if it can't teach it, then I dumb it down. I'm gonna tell you something. Most people that are 5%ers though, this is more of a truth. Most people that are 5%ers share it, but they are not gifted or skilled in training to be teachers. And I can say that because I've been trained to be a teacher. And I teach. There is a different methodology, a different strategy. And so I'm not teaching it simple to just keep it there. I teach at a very high level and I put the ladders down for you to climb up. So I'm gonna give difficult words, difficult concepts, right? I'm gonna challenge the students to go to a place that they're not used to. It's going to be uncomfortable. When he says stuff like that, it's almost because we have culture or freedom, it says there. Now the or makes us idiots. Now having freedom there and we don't know it the way he knows it, it's no good. That culture freedom is not a teaching tool, has never been a great teaching tool because we make sure that we use it at 40. And we never mention it, we never talk about it until 40.
He doesn't say, does he mention 40?
He don't even mention that.
He didn't
even mention that. You know? But most of Medina does do it like that. He's mentioning it in a way where he doesn't even have it.
Right. Basically, he's saying that people who have that have poor knowledge. Now, here's the thing where I get, like I said, poor knowledge. If it's poor knowledge, first of all, poor just means undeveloped. Show me your more developed, your development, and help develop it further.
Okay, the word that I have to use for all of this though, and when people take it far enough though, we're beyond talk. I will not stand for passive aggressive bullshit. And anytime I hear people say poor knowledge though, they get in trouble in my classroom. Poor knowledge is a passive aggressive statement though, made to say, well, you learned stuff, but you did not learn it the way I learned it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so not right. Like, you kind of learned it because you were around, but you didn't learn it the way I learned it. You know what I mean? And to me, that is fucking passive aggressive, and I don't like it. Tell me I have the shit all wrong, or tell me where I have it wrong, no, but don't be passive aggressive. Because in my life here at this school, people give me pounds, they're respectful, they're nice, and then they throw darts behind other camera lenses or behind closed doors. And it's real bullshit because I'm the first person that someone could discourse with, and I'm not going to yell my thought as the end all be all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? End all be all. This is why I mentioned Infinite Al-Jamar, I mentioned all these people from Medina because I was having discourse with them. You know what I mean? And they were very hard on me. You know?
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mecca did this.